Topic 4, box and whisker plots. One of the ways that we like to organize our data is to create what's called a box and whisker plot. Now, what you're going to do is take your set of data and you're going to start by arranging those numbers in increasing order. Then you're going to find the median. You know how to find the median, that's the number in the middle. And then you're basically going to find the middle of the left of the median and the right of the median. So those are called the lower quartiles, Q1, and the upper quartile, Q3. So your box, if you can tell from the diagram, is composed of the middle 50% of the data. By creating by creating a box and whisker plot, what you are doing is basically separating the data into four parts, into four equal parts, to see how they are distributed, how each 25% of that data is distributed. Think of it in terms of test scores. If there's 100 students who took a test, I want to see how did those middle 50 students, those 50 scores, how are they spread out? And then I want to figure out the people who scored in the top 25%. So those top 25 students who are the highest scores, how spread out are their scores? Maybe somebody scored an 80%, and most everybody scored 80% to 90%. Nobody really got to the 100% mark. So maybe those scores were not really spread out. Or maybe somebody from the top 25% of people scored from a 70 all the way to 100. So that spread is a lot larger than the first example I just gave you. But don't worry, we're going to go through an example. So then what you have to do to create a box and whisker plot is, again, arrange the numbers in order from smallest to largest, figure out the number in the middle, the median, then go ahead and, not including the median, look to its left and find the middle of that left set of data, and then look to its right and find the middle of the right. That's called the lower and upper quartile. You're going to draw your box on a number line. Notice it's not going to sit directly on the number line, and do not draw your box and whisker plot through the number line. It has to sit somehow above the number line, okay? And then your box itself is going to go ahead and connect from Q1 to Q3. The median is a bar that goes down the middle, and your whiskers goes out towards your minimum value and your maximum value. So here's an example. Draw a box and whisker plot for the following data: 2, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 12, 5, 15, and 5. The first thing you're going to have to do is rearrange the data in increasing order. Go ahead and take the time to do that. Also, count how many numbers we have from the very beginning, and then count how many numbers you're going to have once you organize them so that you don't miss one. Pause the video to do that. Okay, so you should have gone ahead and rearranged the numbers from least to greatest. Notice that here we have 9 numbers. So there is an odd amount of numbers. There is a clear median. So the median is the number 6. Now, I'm not going to look at the 6. I'm going to exclude the 6, and I'm going to look to its left. And I see the numbers 2, 2, 4, 5. That's an even amount of numbers. So that means that I'm going to have to go and find basically what is in between the 2 and the 4. And I think we all know that between 2 and 4 is 3, but just in case, you would go 2 plus 4 is 6, and divided by 2 is 3. And that's how you're going to get your lower quartile Q1. We do the same thing on the right hand side between 10 and 12, because there's an even amount of numbers. You know the number is 11, so then that's going to be your upper quartile. So now we have what's called the 5-number summary. The 5-number summary tells me the minimum value, which here is 2, the lower quartile Q1, which we figured out is 3, the median, which is 6, the upper quartile Q3, which is 11, and the max, which is 15. So then to draw the box and whisker plot with our data, I start by making my box, which is going to connect from Q1 to Q3. Notice my number line, I didn't just choose the numbers that I have and put them in order. Like, you have to be consistent when you create your number line. So here I went by 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. You could have gone by 1. Also notice that my box doesn't sit through the number line. It actually sits a little bit above it. Then the next step is going to be to draw your median. Your median is that vertical line that goes right through the box. And then finally, you're going to create your whiskers, which go out from the center of the box towards the minimum value and the maximum value. And that's it for your box and whisker plot. And again, what does the box and whisker plot tell me? How spread out is each of the 25% of the data? So if you look here, this represents 25% of the data, okay? This part of the box. This also represents 25% of the data. This represents 25% of the data. This represents 25% of the data. So which part of the data has the least spread? The first quarter. This is the first quarter. This is the lower quartile, Q1. But this is the first quarter, okay? This is the middle 50% of the data. And this is the fourth quarter, basically, or the top quarter of the data. But just kind of get an idea of what that is like, and then you're going to see more problems like these.